Alright, so are we live? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are live. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nak Jodoh Coach. Nak Jodoh Coach Zuhri Yuyi. Bukan nak jodoh dengan Coach Zuhri. Tak. No, Nak Jodoh is the brand. Zuhri is my name, and I want to help you cari jodoh, insyaAllah. Okay, alright. So, malam ni topik dia agak sensitif, because I directly use the word pergi cari timba, which is a connotation, it is an implication of malu lah, apa dah, maruah, bla 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 bla, kan? Supaya you faham, to get your attention, supaya I bagi you faham and buka minda untuk kita berbincang pasal ni. Salah ke pergi cari timba? What is pergi cari timba? Kan? It's just timba and pergi. Perumpamaan yang menghalang you. Kenapa you guna perumpamaan yang menghalang you? So gunalah perumpamaan yang baik, yang membantu you. So we'll get into that after this. Okay. So S, under S is Santuni Khadijah R.A. That will be the key point today. So I'm telling you what you need to look out for. Yeah, the tidbits. Okay, so adakah salah ke pergi cari timba? Okay, kita tengok konteks dulu. Konteks dulu di mana? Konteks zaman dahulu. Okay, konteksnya adalah, alright, ni konteks yang perumpamaan ini pergi cari timba datang dari zaman dulu lagi. Okay, ini zaman anak dara duduk rumah, tak keluar rumah. Ya, kalau keluar pun pergi je. Alright, pergi mandi tu pun tertutup. So orang tak tahu pun rumah tu ada anak dara. Dan zaman-zaman dulu tu mak bapak nak melindungi anak-anak dara daripada tentera Jepun, tentera Portugis, tentera British. Banyaklah tentera yang mengacau negara kita dulu kan. So ini, I think the perumpamaan is to protect the young ladies. Zaman dulu. Sekarang lain, okay? Ni zaman dulu nak melindungi anak dara daripada dikacau oleh tentera Jepun. Teringat kisah my grandmother, arwah grandmother. Dia cakap masa dia kecil-kecil dulu, kalau dengar je tentera Jepun berkawat depan rumah, she has to hide in a gunny sack dalam dalam guni beras. That is the fear and the extent of hiding anak dara, takut nanti Jepun ambil. Okay, takut. I think that's the purpose lah of this perumpamaan. So supaya anak dara duduk rumah, jangan keluar, nanti kena kacau dengan tentera Jepun, tentera Portugis, tentera British. Okay, so salah. My point here is, orang tak nampak pun ada anak dara kat rumah ni. So orang tak tahu pun ada anak dara kat rumah ni. Semua kena surup anak dara zaman dulu. Okay, so zaman sekarang dah lain. Now is different. Anak dara sekarang pun dah masuk tentera, masuk army kan. Every day makin lama makin ramai BTS army. Okay, so if the BTS fever is coming true. So anak dara sekarang makin lama makin masuk army, and BTS army pun makin ramai. So the times have changed. You are no longer hiding in a gunny sack. You tak menyurut lagi dalam guni beras, nak takut daripada tentera-tentera. Cabaran dulu lain, sekarang lain. So if you were to hold on to dulu punya principles and beliefs and trying to adapt to the current future, you'll be stuck in the past. Boleh? Okay? So my point is, zaman dulu lain, zaman sekarang lain. Zaman dulu tentera occupying armies kacau anak dara. Zaman sekarang tak, insyaAllah. Okay? Okay, boleh? So itu konteks. Di mana perumpamaan, where did this analogy, metaphor comes from. Okay, alright, so we move on to stigma. Hello, Assalamualaikum, thank you for joining. Wave. Alright, so boleh, if you can find the logic where the perumpamaan ini, perigi cari timba ni, came from, it is to protect anak dara. Zaman dulu, daripada dikacau oleh tentera-tentera penjajah. Sekarang tak ada dah. Right? So now you are out of the home, you are working, except this pandemic. But you're not career women, you are out there. Okay, you're on social media. People can see you, you exist. And people can see, hey, maybe you're available for marriage. And unfortunately, somehow the matching process is still not happening. Why? We'll go into it right now. So stigma ini biasanya datang dari membuatkan you rasa malu dan takut bila you nak cari jodoh. Walaupun you dah berkerjaya, you dah bekerjaya, career, keluar bekerjaya, bekerja. And people see you. I mean, it's when, but when you are looking for jodoh, even though in this modern time, kan, you takut juga orang cakap apa. You forget that konteks dulu lain, sekarang lain. You're now a strong, independent career woman, kan? So you takut orang cakap apa, you malu of the connotation. But and at the same time, this is holding you back. Betul tak? You're holding on to a belief, a connotation, a stigma that's holding you back. But somehow you have broken a glass ceiling of career, but you have not broken the glass ceiling of untuk berkahwin dan mendapatkan keredaan Allah dan kejannah Allah. So can we start slowly try to change our own belief and perception and let go of this perigi cari timba punya stigma connotation, because it no longer applies. It applies back then. Okay. So kalau you risau orang cakap apa kat you, orang tu nak kahwin you ke? I mean, katakan makcik-makcik bising kat you, malulah pergi cari timba, wek. Habis tu makcik pergilah kahwin dengan mamak tu, kan? Bukan dia nak tolong pun. Kalau dia nak tolong bagus, kan? Orang tu, haters will hate, bawang will bawang. They can, pergi main Jodoh. Betul tak? Yes, thank you for joining. So, bawang will bawang, orang nak cakap apa, biarlah. Kan? You fokus dengan niat you. Niat you kenapa you nak kahwin adalah untuk you nak mendapatkan keberkatan, keredaan Allah dan kejannah Allah. Orang nak cakap, there will always be someone talking, good or bad, whatever. Cast them aside. It's just they are hold on to the old belief of pergi cari timba, me. People, everyone opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one. Okay, listen to the right one. Okay, so and then you takut stigma of nanti orang cakap desperate macam mana. Focus on that being desperate untuk to please Allah. Tulis ni, write this down somewhere or in the comment. You're actually desperate to please Allah. Bukan desperate nak menggatal, bukan desperate nak cari suami, kan? If your niat is desperate to please Allah, then there's nothing to be ashamed of. Betul tak? Betul? Okay? Boleh? Setuju? Siapa setuju? Type setuju. Desperate to please Allah, boleh tulis. Write this somewhere. Whiteboard, ambil marker pen, tulis kat atas meja. Desperate to please Allah. Desperate to please Allah. Nak kahwin sebab desperate to please Allah. Kalau orang cakap kat you, gatal lah, bla bla bla, desperate lah, bla bla. Yelah, desperate. Betul, desperate. Desperate to please Allah. That is your goal. If this is your goal, then you have nothing to worry about. Boleh? Alright? Okay. Alright, so niat tu penting. Always macam I showed you the other day of let me see if we can put this on. Sana. This the love triangle framework. Kan? Okay. So if you can see right over here is why you nak kahwin ni, why you nak kahwin, right in the middle. Kenali diri you. When you kenali diri you over here, kan, here is you start with why you nak kahwin. You nak kahwin kalau kerana gatal, orang cakap you gatal, malu lah kot. Tapi bila you niat nak kahwin, the core of you, why you nak kahwin tu is to please Allah. I hope you can see this on you can't see this on Instagram, but you can see this on the Facebook. The true love triangle. When your goal is to please Allah, why you nak kahwin is to please Allah, kan? And then sebab Allah nak please Allah, cinta Tuhan. And then a guy pun dia nak kahwin sebab nak please Allah, cinta Tuhan. Then orang nak cakap apalah, cakaplah. If you're confident, dah yakin that is your goal, people can say whatever they want. Boleh? Okay, so it's something that you may have to remind yourself, repeat to yourself, you are desperate to please Allah. That will give you strength, that will give you clarity, that will give you power, that will give you the resolve to keep going. And bila you dah pasang niat tu pun dah dapat pahala dah. And you ikhtiar, you tengah dengar ni pun, you dapat pahala dah. Kan? Sebab you niat, sekarang tengah ikhtiar you tengah nak cari dapatkan perkahwinan sebab you nak pahala, nak berkat, nak dapatkan keredaan Allah dan kejannah Allah. So be desperate for Allah's love. That is what you should be desperate for. Kan? And insyaAllah Allah will match you with a person, a pasangan yang juga desperate for Allah's love. And that is a strong foundation for marriage, insyaAllah. Okay? Boleh? Alright. Okay, so there were some interviews that was happening. It's like tanya, people on the street, and they put the mic to this girl. Okay tak kalau pergi cari timba? Or the girl kita tanya lelaki tu pasal kahwin. And then this girl cakap, mana boleh? Perempuan kena ada marah lah. Okay, let's put it this way. Bila Khadijah ditolong oleh Nafisah, sahabat baik Khadijah, untuk melamar Rasulullah, is that tidak bermaruah? Kan? If it's salah, if it's wrong, would the Prophet SAW would have accepted the proposal? Kan? Adakah perkara yang dibuat oleh mother of the ummah tu salah? Cuba fikir. Adakah tidak bermaruah bila seorang wanita menyampaikan niat untuk berkahwin kepada seorang lelaki? Okay. But Khadijah radhiyallahu anha did it. Jeng. Think about it. So itulah pentingnya kenal sunnah. Itulah pentingnya kenal sejarah. So kalau fikir balik perigi cari timba ni, which is just 800 years ago, ini kisah lagi lama, which is more empowering. Khadijah was a very wealthy, empowered, strong, confident woman, much like you. Okay, single mother. Some narration says she's 40 years old, single mother, anak dua. She's had two husbands, dah jadi balu dua kali. Her past two husbands passed away, and it worked for her, kan? Okay, so macam mana nak jadi confident macam Khadijah? My wife keep correcting me. Yang it's not Khadijah, it's Khadijah. Alright, I'll try. Bismillah. Tafadhal. Okay, so and then another stigma, the thing of biar mati anak jangan mati adat. Ya ke? Betul? Setuju? Do you agree with that? Biar mati anak jangan mati adat. This is adat versus modern. I don't know if you agree with that. I don't agree with that. I just flat out don't. Adat lagi penting ke agama lagi penting? Adat ni sepatutnya dia mempermolekkan lagi apa sorry. Agama Islam mempermolekkan lagi adat yang baik, yang tak baik tu let go. Yang tak baik tu kan, macam adat dulu, I don't know if you heard this, dulu ada adat merumah, which is sorry if your parents or grandparents punya generation have done this. Adat merumah, adat Melayu, adat merumah, di mana bila lelaki tu cakap kat bapa si fulan ni dia minat kat anak dia, he can sleep in her bed tapi kena ikat tangan, ikat kaki with the girl, with the intended lah. So okay, so adakah adat itu selari dengan agama kita, kan? Imagine a guy, imagine like this, this is the adat dulu. A guy tells your father that he likes you, and your father says yes, but put him in your bed, but dia kena ikat kaki, ikat tangan. So that's how you supposed to ta'aruf. So adat tu, are you okay with the adat? Okay, so yeah, think about it. Adat yang tak baik itu let go, adat yang baik itu maintain, insyaAllah, kan? It's culture. So yang paling penting adalah agama. Okay, alright. So thank you for joining. Wave. Alright, so that's not a stigma. Tapi kenapa, why is it not a stigma when wali tidak menjalankan tanggungjawab? Why is it not a stigma when wali tidak menjalankan tanggungjawab untuk mencarikan jodoh untuk anak-anaknya? Kan? Betul tak? Okay, jom kecam Zuhri. So sebenarnya adalah, if you're not familiar, I've already said it so many times in my other videos, tanggungjawab pertama untuk mencari jodoh adalah bapa. Ya, wali lah, wali biasanya bapa, the closest person. Tanggungjawab bapa. Cari jodoh, cari calon pasangan to suggest to you, bukan paksa you. He has no right to paksa you. It's up to your decision. Dia tolong cari kan. Give a list. What do you think of so and so? What do you think of so and so? Let me introduce you to so and so. Okay, itu tanggungjawab wali. And unfortunately, that is not a stigma pula. Asal tak stigma? Bapa tak jalankan tanggungjawab kan? Patutnya tanggungjawab bapa-bapa. So tu tak stigma pula. Nak jadikan stigma? Tak, bukan. So I'm just raising the awareness that ini adalah tanggungjawab bapa sebenarnya, untuk tolong you cari pasangan yang baik, kan? Usually I end the session di mana I cakap doa tu, ya Allah, beri kurniakanlah menantu yang baik untuk bapaku, ibu bapaku, kan? You nak parents you bahagia, betul tak? So he has a big part in this to help you cari pasangan yang baik. So why is that not a stigma? I'm not saying it should be a stigma, but it should be made aware of. Okay? Boleh? Jangan cakap, Coach Zuhri suruh jadi stigma. Tak. Alright. So there's a comment here that peribahasa ada deeper meaning, bukannya korban ke anak demi adat. Okay, maybe. I'm not a linguistic. Perhaps you're right. Right. Alright, so let's go to a story. Kisah benar. Jeng. Kita ni, this is the S in S.T.I.M, Santuni, kita menyantuni Khadijah radhiyallahu anha. So this is how the story goes. Alright, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. People say, usually the short version, Khadijah pun melamar Nabi. It's actually deeper and more refined than that. It's not just that. It's actually deeper, more beautiful than that. And there's a reason why I usually tell you to pasang agent, have a third, a wakil, kan? Okay, so this is why. Ini adalah kenapa. Alright, so as we all know, Rasulullah SAW is known as the one who is honest and trustworthy, kan? Lepas tu, one day, One day Nafisah, sahabat Khadijah, berjumpa Khadijah dan bertanya, how's business? How's your business? And Khadijah berkata, business is great. It's booming. My new partner, business partner, Muhammad, I mean, honest, very capable, very polite in his manners, in his akhlaq and adab and business competencies. And business has doubled and doubled and doubled, and it's been growing. And uh, and then Nafisa asked, "Oh, you mean Muhammad, the honest and trustworthy?" Yes, yes, that one. Oh, he's your business partner. And then Nafisa cakap, um, "Well, you've been a widow for a long while. So, what do you think if you were to remarry?" And she said that, why not? And then Nafisa tanya, "Why not Muhammad? You know, why not Muhammad?" And Khatijah cakap, it has crossed my mind. And that's how it worked. And so, because, what should I do? Nafisa said, leave it to me. Nafisa pergi ke Muhammad SAW and cakap, bertanya, straightforward, direct. Have you considered, are you married, dah tahu Rasulullah punya akhlak and adab. He's a good man, kan? Honest, trustworthy. So bertanya, have you considered Khadijah as your wife? Basically Rasulullah SAW cakap, I have not. In fact, that there can never be a better offer for marriage, because Rasulullah SAW before that had so many proposals because of his character, because of his nobility and manners and competency. And so ramai people are basically knocking at the door of Abu Talib, uncle of Rasulullah SAW. And 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 then so Rasulullah SAW pun cakap, there can never be a better offer than this. So, but I have to ask my uncle first, kan, uncle dia Abu Talib. Because out of love, out of respect and love kepada uncle dia yang telah menjaga dia dari kecil, sebab Rasulullah SAW seorang anak yatim setelah ibu bapanya meninggal, and yang menjaga Rasulullah dari kecil adalah uncle dia, kan, Abu Talib. So Abu Talib pun because the love between him and his uncle and respect, and his uncle treated him like his own son, the love is very strong between him and his uncle. Okay, so basically Rasulullah cakap, I will talk to my uncle first. I will need to consult with my beloved uncle. Istisyarah lah, macam istisyarah, berconsult with another person. Okay, Abu Talib. And then Abu Talib pun, uncle Nabi, cakap, okay, good, this is a very good offer, and but we need to make it official. We need to make it official, and we will make the proposal. Tak silap ada narration tu cakap Abu Talib dan Hamzah pergi buat lamaran tersebut on behalf of Nabi. Okay, so that's how it worked. So you see why I keep telling you, pasang wakil untuk ask on your behalf. Kan selalu saya cakap, kalau you tak boleh buat sendiri, you boleh pasang wakil untuk tanya on your behalf. Ask your BFF. Your parents would be the best, yang paling afdal, kan? Your father paling afdal. If not, your BFF. Fikir balik zaman college dulu, kan? I'm sure macam, tolong Canon aku kat dia. Tolong Canon aku kat dia. Canon tu macam, tolong rapatkan, kenalkan, introduce. Oh, macam tu boleh? Boleh ke? Niat apa kan dulu? But ini cara yang baik di mana so to correct the understanding of dulu Khadijah lama kat Nabi. Yes, but it's actually more beautiful and more refined than that, and it involved other people because we are in ummah, and we are surrounded by our loved ones. And sebagai contoh, Nafisah, sahabat Khadijah, cares about her friend Khadijah, and buatkan lamaran itu, bisik kepada Nabi. Bisik is bisik the word, basically conveyed the intention, kan. Nabi pun suka, tapi dia consult dulu dengan uncle dia, because out of love and consult syarah, uncle dia cakap, okay, let's make this official. Dia lamar balik. When the niat went from Khadijah to Rasulullah SAW, then Rasulullah SAW punya wakil Abu Talib buat lamaran yang official. So tak salah kalau you keluarkan niat you, sampaikan niat you melalui wakil kepada your intended. Okay, boleh? Alright. Okay, alright. So just to continue the story, mainly this is for the guys yang risau asyik nak kumpul duit. Nabi dulu pun SAW had a concern. Dia cakap, oh okay, I will need to kumpul duit dahulu, kan? Kata Nabi lah, in so many words, nak kumpul duit dahulu. Khadijah cakap, tak perlu mahar yang mahal-mahal, tak perlu, because she wants to make it, she wants to make it simple and make it happen, and the purpose is to get to be happy. Tak perlu, dia tak nak menyusahkan Nabi. So, and want it to happen, relatively fast lah. Okay, so walau bagaimanapun, Nabi still insisted. Dia bagi apa yang mampu pada masa tu, and maharnya adalah 20 camel. 20 camels, 20 camels. Ada ustaz cakap, you have to check on this. Ada ustaz cakap lah, please do some research on this. Ustaz cakap 20 camel zaman tu bersamaan 20 Ferrari sekarang ni. Okay, the top notch camel zaman dahulu, 20 camel zaman dulu samaan dengan 20 Ferrari hari ini. So it shows that Rasulullah SAW, hadiah Rasulullah SAW kepada isterinya, mahar tu, is the best that he could give was that, and he gave his best, what he could give. And walaupun Khadijah cakap dia tak nak menyusahkan. Malangnya zaman sekarang yang menyusahkan kadang parents cakap, oi, mahar kena tinggi, aku nak buat kenduri besar. No, tak boleh. Mahar tu adalah daripada suami kepada isteri, hadiah suami kepada isteri, bukan kepada mertua. Boleh? Please understand this. Sebab ni selalu sangat berlaku, mertua nak tekan menantu ni sebab tekan mahar tinggi-tinggi sebab nak buat kenduri besar-besar, nak panggil semua orang lah, satu kampung sebelah, ada countries, whatever, kan? Tak, jangan macam tu. Ini menyusahkan yang halal, melambatkan yang halal, melambatkan yang berkat. Boleh? Okay, please be aware of this. Please write this down somewhere or in the comment below. Kan, cakap mahar is mine. Mahar is mine. If you're a lady, you're listening to this, type here, mahar is mine. Kan? Hadiah daripada suami kepada isteri. Mahar is mine. Tulis. Boleh? Alright. So, are you learning something? Thank you. Type mahar is mine. Yes. Mahar is mine. It's from your husband to you. Okay? Setuju? Ini Quran dan Sunnah. I didn't make this up. Alright. So I hope we've learned something from that. Bismillah. Oh, very hot your country. Alright, so I not share this. I don't know if you can't see it on Telegram. You can see it on Instagram. But there is this article that came out last year. There's a point of why I want to show you this article. This article is called, it came out March last year, 2020, 1st March. It says, dalam Sinar Harian online, 1st of March 2020, it says, lebih 1 juta wanita Selangor 30 tahun ke atas masih bujang. That's the name of the title, of the article. And women above 30s in Selangor alone ada 1 million. Okay? Okay? I'm telling you this not to scare you, but I'm trying to tell you that there's a way you can mitigate this. And congratulations for listening. Okay, so Selangor alone, there are 1 million plus single women above 30s. Alright? So, women. So, laki pula, above 30s, there's 148,000. You might be going, oh my god, no, the numbers are against me. Kan? No, sabar, sabar. That's why you're listening to this. That's why I'm here to help you mitigate all this. All right? So don't panic yet. Don't panic yet. Just let me show you this. All right. So this is Selangor alone. Okay? Women above 30s, 1 million single women, and Selangor and 148,000 single men. This is just Selangor, eh? Alright, so it's just Selangor. So you might be thinking macam, oh, we're outnumbered. What was the ratio? 9 to 1. Any mathematicians here? Basically 9 to 1. Okay, about 9 to 1. Yeah, is it about 9 to 1? Yeah, about 9 to 1. Let's say it's 9 to 1. My math is horrible. So, all right. So, why did I tell you that? Not to scare you, but to congratulate you for listening to what I'm about to tell you. Because you're already embarking on this knowledge and ilmu untuk mendekatkan diri dengan Allah, kan? And I've been sharing with you so many things that how you can improve your odds, how you can improve your skills and expectation, managing your expectation, and congratulate you for still listening. That these numbers don't mean squat if you follow the advice in the Quran and Sunnah, which I have been delivering, sharing with you every night at 9 p.m. All right. So, if you haven't seen my other videos, please, ilmu yang saya share ni free, kan? Unfortunately, kadang free orang tak appreciate, tak apa, I dapat pahala juga. Okay. So kalau boleh, please check out my other videos because I want you to improve your odds. I don't want you to look at macam articles like this is going to come out again. Oh, women are outnumbered, men are outnumbered, women outnumber men 9 to 1. Next year might be worse. Yeah, hopefully it gets better, but it might be worse next year. But I want to equip you with the knowledge and skill on how to mitigate this. And you are not looking for 148,000 men, you're just looking for one. Betul tak? Kan? Because basically, if you're above 30s listening, says there's only 148,000 men who are single. In Selangor, this is just Selangor punya stats. So you're only looking for one, kan? So why are you worried about all the rest? And then, oh my God, you might be thinking, I have to compete with 1 million women. Well, congratulations. You're listening to this. I'm telling you how to get ahead. That's what I'm trying to do to help you get ahead. Boleh? Boleh? I help you get ahead? Boleh? Alright. Kalau boleh, saya sambung. So I've showed you that, not to scare you, but to inspire you and tell you that you are already ahead because you're listening to this. Not listening to me per se, but I'm sharing you the ilmu from Quran and Sunnah. Boleh? Alright, thank you. Alright, so, and why I'm telling you that is you perlu memilih, and because you don't want that 148,000 guys, right? You just want one guy. You just want one guy out of 148,000. So you focus on that one guy. So how do you get one guy? You focus on yourself. Like I usually say, start with yourself, why you want to kahwin, how you want to kahwin, what you need to do, and then the guy, Allah akan dekatkan dengan you. Allah akan permudahkan bila you dekatkan diri dengan Allah. So don't worry about 148,000. You just want one, kan? I hope so. Kan? Okay. So the key is instead of saying to yourself, instead of saying to yourself, oh, pergi cari timba, pergi cari timba. No, you shut that down. You change your self-talk. Your self-talk is perlu proaktif cari proaktif. Bukan pergi cari timba. No, proaktif cari proaktif. Times are changing. They have changed. Okay, no longer zaman Jepun komunis dulu, tak. Sekarang zaman modern, independent career woman. It's your time, so behave like one, be like one, have like one, do what a modern independent career woman would do, is to be proactive. All right. So what you're doing right now is being proactive. You're listening to this. I'm giving you homework. I hope you do the homework, and because it helps you, ikhtiar you untuk to get that just one guy, towards that one guy. And it's not about the guy so much, it's Allah. But that guy is your mate and partner, to be your partner to uh, get closer to Allah. Boleh? Okay? Alright. So self-talk, I've shared a lot, especially yesterday, how to change your self-talk instead of putting you down, instead of the crappy things you usually tell yourself, because your subconscious ni, if you keep it, subconscious ni, it's like it's a very fertile ground. It's a very fertile soil, kan, your subconscious, kan, bawah sedar. So it is very gullible. It will believe what you tell it, what you feed it. So if you feed bad seed, like macam, oh, aku tak boleh cari jodoh sebab pergi cari timba, ni. That's my inner nagging sound that I try to shut out all the time. So ni, it's always nagging. It's like, okay, shut up, nagging voice. And so instead of nagging instead of feeding your fertile soil with bad seeds, instead of feeding you bad seed, when you feed it bad seed, you get bad fruit. If you get fruits, okay. But if you feed it with positive things, like, oh, I'm strong, alhamdulillah, I'm strong, I'm educated, alhamdulillah, I'm a strong, educated, successful career woman, I'm confident, alhamdulillah, I have a great partner, spouse yang dicintai Allah, right? You feed it that, and then it will bear that fruit, insyaAllah. Okay. So your self-talk tu sangat-sangat penting, and that's where it begins most of the time, and that's where it blocks. So what I mean is, you are your own engine. Basically, you're your own engine. Whatever, if you feed it bad oil, then you won't go. If you feed it good oil, petrol, then it will go. You are your own worst enemy sometimes. We are our own worst enemy sometimes. Or we can be our best ally. So, learn to decide which voice yang boleh you go forward, which self-talk will help you go forward, and which self-talk that will be, holding you back. Like, oh, pergi cari timba, tak boleh. Okay? So pergi cari timba tak boleh, blah blah blah. Like, you won't let go of that. Oh, stigma this, stigma ni, malu. Like, well, if you keep telling yourself that, then that you're not going to go anywhere, because you won't let go of that. So learn to let go of that by feeding yourself, grabbing onto something yang more positive that will bring you forward. So if you try to go forward but you won't go of the negative part yang belakang ni, then you can't. You just stop here. You just stop like this, like dancing in a Hindustani movie. Just you just stop there. All right. So can't believe I just danced in front of you. Anywho, so perlu fikir proaktif, cari proaktif. Pergi cari timba tu, let go. Yang lepas ni, let go. And then you grab onto being proactive and cari someone who is proactive. Boleh. Grab onto a proactive punya mindset, di mana you yourself will be proactive, and to look for someone who is proactive. Boleh? Okay, so because and also congratulations, you're listening to this. You're being proactive already. It's a good start. It's a good start. And I always remind you, it's always the focus is Allah first. Okay, tak minta tolong kat Allah. I also cannot help you. Okay, so that's why I always remind you that Allah first, Allah first. Taqwa tauhid, taqwa tauhid. That's always be the apa nama your focus. Boleh? All right. So a bit of a personal experience, okay? A bit of personal experience. I was just talking to my wife. Hey, Yang, I think I should just go outright and discuss this perigi cari timba punya connotation. Walaupun, you know, just to get the conversation started, kan? So, I asked my wife, did you ever feel when you were going to a matchmaking event, did you feel pergi cari timba? Dia cakap, no. Okay. So, because she's not a person who's yang macam hold on to crappy thinking. So it's like, okay, who do I ask? Orang yang fikir pergi cari timba yang malu pasal ni, malu tak kena tempat kan. So it's like, okay, so can you give me some input of why women are afraid of this connotation, pergi cari timba? And she said that, entah, I fikir sebab it's practical. I nak kahwin kerana Allah, and then so be proactive lah. That was her answer, straight and simple. That's how she is. And she's very, practical, straight, simple. Like tak payah nak tak. She doesn't overthink much, and dia tak dengar cakap biawak sangat-sangat. So she's very practical. That's it. Other words, in so many words, she's just practical. Nak kahwin kerana Allah, and so buatlah apa yang perlu. Simple as that. And then, okay, so you never felt malu segan? Well, malu segan tu, of course lah, nak kenalan dengan orang baru and all that, but sikit lah. But nak malu segan sebab kerana Allah tu buat apa? Kan? Tak malu dengan segan sebab kita nak buat kerana Allah. Okay, good. Alright. I think I need to interview someone who has deeper, someone who has yang this concern of. So my wife was a bad reference because she did not have that concern, because she's very practical, and that was someone I wanted. I wanted someone who's practical and someone of that character, someone strong, confident. And you know what? For my personal experience, it's when she met me and I met her at that matchmaking event. I see that, okay, the people yang datang at this event, people who are serious nak kahwin, and then dah berkenalan through that email. If you're not familiar with my story, through that email, the way she conducted the ta'aruf, basically she drove me lah. She took lead. Basically she took lead. Okay, in the email, dah kenalan sebulan, then she said, okay, we've gotten to know each other for a month. And then, if you're serious, talk to my father. If not, we go separate ways. So that gave me the respect. I respect her more because she's serious, she's self-respecting, she's practical, tak boleh main-main. And I was like to myself, aku tak boleh main with this girl. She knows what she wants. Do the right way or no way. Not her way, but this is the right way. Proper ta'aruf. So my point is, for my personal experience, when a proactive woman woman who is proactive, woman who is practical, she's not worried about all these nagging voices that does not help. She just does what's practical. And I saw that, and I respect that. And I married a woman that I respect. Boleh? Okay, so don't worry of being tegas with yourself. Don't worry about knowing what you want, how you want it. which is the Quran Sunnah way, because you will find a man yang will respect you for it. That is my point. That is my point. You will find a man that will respect you. It's very important. Okay? When you respect yourself, you'll find a man yang respect you. Boleh? Okay? Alright? Okay. Boleh? Any comments? Okay. Alright. So malam ni topik heavy sikit It's it has to be said. I mean, this is something that is so a question that has been asked, and it has been plaguing a few women who has contacted me. So, oh, can you discuss the issue of Perigi Cari Timba? Like, okay, let's start this discussion. So, I'll appreciate if you would tell me why you're concerned about this. If you are concerned about this, okay? So you can type in the comments, you can WhatsApp me later, and all right. Bagi curahan hati, any comments? No comments yet? All right, cool, tak apa. I understand these things are very shy things, afraid to speak out. But usually in Telegram, the ladies would speak out because there's no privacy there. All right, so before we continue, nak bagi homework. Homework is, jeng jeng jeng. This is your homework. I want to see how serious you are, and you want to show Allah that you are serious. You want to show Allah that you're worthy of being blessed by His love, and Allah already loves you, but you show Him that you're grateful and you want His help. Okay. So homework is senaraikan 3 ejen Nafisah. You can WhatsApp to me. This is my number. Senaraikan 3 ejen Nafisah. Nafisah is just a nickname I'm giving because kawan baik Khadijah, kawan baik dia namanya Nafisah yang tolong match them. She was the matchmaker in a way, so to speak, yang menyampaikan niat Khadijah kepada Rasulullah SAW, and basically she was her BFF lah, so to speak, zaman sekarang kan. So basically Nafisah is Khadijah punya BFF, yang she was the matchmaker. So why I'm asking you to list 3 agent Nafisah, so you have options and a bigger coverage of network. Okay, most people prefer their mother. Okay? Most people prefer their mom, their best friend, and then their sibling. Usually it's these 3. It's up to you. You do have to WhatsApp to me nama abang or mak you apa semua. Tak, you say my mom, my best friend, and my brother or my sister. You just WhatsApp to me that. I just want to see if you're on the right track and advise you accordingly. Boleh? Okay, nanti WhatsApp to me 3 agent Nafisah. Agent lah, basically your matchmaker yang bantu you. You know why? Usually in webinars, and I advise people, the last person is me you should ask for. One, because I believe personally still the best, most afdal way for you person to help you is your father. That is the most afdal person. That's the most afdal way for you to be matchmade. It's the best because they care about you the most. Okay, and then your friend, your BFF or sibling, and so forth. Or what works sometimes, from my experience, my clients tell me their boss is very helpful in matchmaking. Boss kat office and all that kan. Then I say, if all that tak jadi, then you come to me, and okay, then you come to me. So I want you to honestly I cakap, you don't have to come to me, but I want what's most afdal for you. Talk to your parents first, and that will be most afdal for you. Okay, so yeah, cool. Bukan nak jual mahal. I'm saying that, usually I say parents first, your BFF, your boss or colleagues, and then me. because bukan I nak jual mahal, it's just that, you know, I want you to have the most afdal way of doing it, and uh, kau boleh buat free tu, you buat lah. With me, I have to charge for the services. Kan orang cakap, tunggang agama. Tak, I have my cost, kan, and yeah, I have cost to cover. So use the free and afdal services first, which is your parents. That's the best way. All right, cool. So, all right, thank you. Thumbs up. All right, so any questions or concerns or curahan hati, anyone? I think on Telegram you can wave. Usually the folks on Telegram will want to discuss after we end the live because of more privacy. And ting, ting, ting. All right, so cool. Very hot day. Sila. All right, boleh? So no question. All right, so if I were to gander a guest, you might still feel macam takut pergi cari timba. Why? Mainly it comes to feeling of shame. Why you might feel shame is because you takut orang cakap, because you feel shame because feeling macam your value orang tak pergi kat you, kan? You have to pergi kat orang. So when we dig down to emotions again, usually at the bottom is shame and feeling of value at the bottom. So if that is your concern, guys pun have that same concern. Betul, guys pun rasa takut when to approach you. So if you have this agent Nafisah yang bantu you, dia memudahkan laki tu untuk berkenalan dengan you. Mana nak tahu this guy pun sebenarnya minat kat you, kan? Mana nak tahu? That's why you need to ikhtiar and ask. Someone has to ask. You tak tahu, you ask. You nak, you minta. And so if your agent will approach the guy, there are several possibilities that could happen. One, he could say no. Two, he could say yes. Three, he might say no first, but then he start thinking macam, why not? And then dia pergi balik kat you punya wakil tu, cakap, why not lah, cuba kenankan aku dengan dia, kan? Those are the possible things that happen. Just ask, tak salah tanya. If you are concerned about your identity, then ask your wakil, cakap, buat macam bukan not to act as a wakil lah, macam what do you think of that person, kan? Just to get an opinion. Or what could happen is macam that guy dah dapat inception. dah your wakil dah masukkan inception into the guy. It's like, never thought of it. Then why not? Or dia cakap, I'm already engaged or married. Fine. You dah usaha. You rule that out already. So you move on to your next list. Okay? So there are several things can happen. Don't worry, manage your expectation. Alright? So jangan risau, asalkan you cuba usaha. Wakil you boleh help you hide your identity. Sebaik-baiknya tak. But if you're shy, maybe you can hide your identity. Just to inquire whether the guy is single. Firstly, are you single? Ask the guy. Yes. Okay, next question. Are you looking? Yes, no. Kadang guys cakap, tak tahu. Guys pun segan juga. Dia pun takut juga. And he'll ask your wakil, what are you asking? So dia tanya. Maybe I can canon you to anyone. Can. So what do you think of so and so? Or another person so and so, just as a buffer. Okay, boleh? Alright, so that's why I'm giving you this 3 agent Nafisah. 3 agent Nafisah, di mana it is usually women ask their mother. Guys pun usually ask their mother, pun tak harapkan their fathers. Because, I don't know, it's sad. Patut ni kerja bapa kan. So, mothers, best friend, sibling. Usually these are the three people yang, ladies tell me they ask their help for. So this will start your momentum, your ikhtiar. So start by listing down who are your agents, yang wakil bantu you. These are also your consultant, istisyarah with these people. Kan? Just to gather information, bukan nak masuk minta minang nikah terus, tak. Just to gather information and just to gather a list of single eligible men. Okay, talk to your mom, mak, basically dalam grup usrah ke mana ke pakcik-pakcik yang ada anak single tu siapa, and your best friend, and then ask your brother, your sibling, do you have any friends around my age yang single, around like that, just like that, lebih kurang lah. You start with how you start that conversation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Macam cakap dengan your best friend, you nak tak mendapatkan tambah lagi keredaan Allah? Nak? Okay. And then next question, you nak tak mendapat, you nak tak kejana Allah? Mestilah nak, kan? And then you nak tak dapat pahala bantu orang bina masjid? Tak lah, kan? And then cakap, you nak tak bantu I bina masjid dan you pun dapat pahala? Okay, boleh. You get them to saying yes 3 times, at least 3 times, and then it'll be more agreeable to your what you really want. Okay, it's a sales technique. It works. Boleh. Okay, cuba buat. Senaraikan 3 agent Nafisah and WhatsApp to me at 601 123 899 897 601 123 899 897. Okay, so itu that is your homework. You don't have to tell me your mother's name, brother's name. Tak. Just say my mom, my brother, my best friend. Just tell me these 3 things. I just want to get you started on this ikhtiar. Get things rolling. Okay, all right. Okay, udah. Alright, so sebelum saya undurkan diri, kita doa dulu. Nanti type amin. Okay, kita doa. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Allah, aku minta pasangan yang menjadi menantu yang baik pada ibu bapaku, yang disayangimu untuk mendapatkan keredaan-Mu, berganding bahu bersama kejanah-Mu, ya Allah. Amin. Type amin. Type amin. Bismillah. Alright. Thank you for joining. Alright. Yuran malam ini adalah you wajib share ilmu baik ini dengan kawan-kawan you yang khasnya yang single. Okay? Boleh? Boleh? Itu yuran. Cool. Okay. Terima kasih. Keladi leaf. Keladi leaf. Daun keladi. Amin. Thank you. Thank you. Amin. Alright. So, kita aminkan sama sendiri. Ini majlis ilmu di mana beribu-ribu malaikat akan mengaminkan dan menyampaikan doa kita, insyaAllah. Okay, so amin. Amin. Alright, cool. So, insyaAllah, jumpa malam esok. So, if you have any concerns, just WhatsApp me. I want to respond. I'm sure other people have the same concerns. Yeah. And don't worry, even though you outnumber men, you're not looking for 148,000 guys. You're just looking for that one guy, and you dah ada ilmu ni, lagi senang you nak buat kerja. You nak ikhtiar. Kan katakan you tak tahu nak drive kereta. Katakan you nak drive kereta tapi you tak ada ilmu. Nak drive kereta tak ada ilmu, terlanggarlah tembok, kan. So now you ada ilmu, so you can drive better, and I'm your driving instructor, insyaAllah. Thank you very much for allowing me to share ilmu dan pengalaman sebagai tukang cari jodoh, and harap you dapat bina masjid dan I pun nak pahala. Yay! Okay, hashtag tamat pahala. Okay, so insyaAllah see you tomorrow night. Kita sambung lagi. So you dapat lagi ilmu and mempermudahkan ikhtiar you mendapat jodoh bersama ke jannah. Ingat moto, cinta diri, cinta mari. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam siaran. Bye. Tata titi tutu. Okay, anyone on Instagram?